Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Mike and Tim Comedy Show, live from Subterranean Studios here at our, this is sort of like our Halloween show. What we're doing here, we're going to be opening up a Oktoberfest from Samuel Adams. It's quite interesting, really think about it. Samuel Adams is actually located on Germania Street in Boston. So the fact that they actually brew a beer there on Germania Street makes all the sense in the world. You know, you would think, oh, they probably brew it on West Dover, Whizbang Street. But Germania Street is a good idea. If you're going to locate a brewery, I would definitely do that. Thank you very much for that one. Here's one for yourself. We've got a bunch of topics to cover tonight on the old Mike and Tim Comedy Show. Weinstein, the pathetic pervert from Hollywood. The man with a situation that can't be under control. That's a pervert. That's the situation. Christ, that beard just went all over my pants, but that's besides the point. Holy Christ, look at this. You know, I got to wear these tomorrow at work. You know, that's really not a good thing. Ah,
that's me!
It's the Mike Man. All right. Anyway, well, tonight's show, the first thing we really like to do.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
we got to get going.
We much appreciate
this is our Halloween show, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, Christ, my pants are all wet. Looks like I pissed on myself. What the hell's in that mask anyway?
Gorilla hair in there.
Jesus.
Thanks to my son for loaning me the gorilla mask.
Oh, very good.
Nobody knew it was me. I shouldn't have given it away because they would have said, "Where did you get the gorilla?" Well,
you know, it's a mask.
We have connections with the local zoos.
Oh, okay. Well, here's
first. Yes, yeah. We should probably explain that we did a special, a very old and practiced broadcast method today.
Right.
And what we did was instead of starting to drink
during the show,
we pre-medicated before it even started.
Yeah. But
because we can do that. See, some people might be like worried about that. Oh, how are you going to do the show when you're under the influence? Yeah. Well, for for
a couple of
for us, it's not.
No problem.
What was I talking about?
I don't know.
It's not a big deal for us because
Yeah,
So first,
yeah.
Do you want to talk about this?
Quite a number of weeks ago, I attended a situation where they were actually talking about hard cider. Where you can go and try different hard ciders, what have you.
My opener.
Oh, there's the opener. The professional opener with a screwing driver.
Prong. Oops, they can't see
that.
the
Opener prong. Anyway, one of the particular people there was called Pitchfork Hard Cider.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, during the Revolution and quite a long time after that, hard cider was actually one of the items that the colonials had. And they got all up in arms and they tried to tax it. Oh. So they're bringing back the hard ciders that you would have. Say, for instance, you go to your local market and you buy yourself a jar of cider. Well, you take your jar of cider, you stick it downstairs, and you forget about it.
Jar?
Or jug, whatever you want to call it.
A container?
Yeah, container. You forget about it. And a month or two later, you get outside, oh, geez, we got to go get that cider. I forgot about it. Let me go downstairs and get it. Well, what you have is either one of two things, an explosion downstairs because the plastic jar blew up, or you have yourself an element of hard cider.
Well, if that's the case, why did they have to use corn sugar to
stimulate
the carbonation?
Well, because probably due to the fact this is over-the-counter product, and you have to, bring it to market.
Well, what it is that they want to be consistent.
Right, yeah.
I suppose. But it seemed to me like that had too much carbonation.
Yeah. Well, the deal was...
Unfortunately, we didn't catch that on
we
video.
topped the bottle off, and the whole entire thing started foaming out onto the floor, so we actually caught it in a container. But then the decent thing about this, we'll read this out. Produced and bottled by Poughkeepsie Spirit Works Incorporated. I actually talked to the guy who owns this company. He does this in his garage.
Oh.
So he's got a garage operation, good product, excellent kick. It's 6.9%.
We definitely recommend it.
Yeah,
it reminds me of mead, actually, almost.
Yeah, mead is kind of the same idea because it's a product
similar,
that's not like a national market. Anyway, it's good stuff.
So yeah, Pitchfork, hard cider, and we don't get anything for this endorsement. Tim even had to buy this.
Yeah.
They don't even know us. Of course they should, because
there's only
if they were watching us, if they were fans already, and then they saw this, they'd be like, holy shit, those world-class comedic geniuses, Mike and Tim, have just talked about our product on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, hundreds of billions of people are just looking at this Pitchfork hard cider.
Can you get that real close, Bob? Can you get it really close so they can see that? Yeah.
Pitchfork hard cider.
Yeah, it's really good cider.
They just got exposed to potentially hundreds of billions of listeners.
Exactly.
And don't be sending me emails saying the population of the planet's only like 6 and some billion.
Right.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Aliens
are watching this shit right
Absolutely,
now. Absolutely, yeah. I hear we're very big on Terry's.
Really?
They love us.
Oh, that's are we on, what's the name of that place?
Us and Jerry Lewis, apparently.
What's that place on the moon?
What place would that be?
A
crater?
No, what's the name of that? The moon there. They've got the Sea of Cortez now. The
Sea of Tranquility?
Yeah, the Sea of Tranquility, exactly, yes. I hear that this particular cider is very, very famous there.
All right, so that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that input, Tim.
You want to talk about this particular product?
Ladies and gentlemen, El Timbo, which of course is short for El Timbo Terrifico.
Oh, yes,
right. Incredible Tim.
Yes. You want to talk about this particular product here that we have?
I was thinking I might mention that you have a huge dick.
Well, thank you.
I just, not that I've seen it, but a lot of women have told me.
Yeah.
A lot of hiker women.
Yeah.
That said, holy cow, that Tim, his pack is hung. I assume that's what they were talking about.
Yeah. They weren't talking about my pack because it's gotten lighter over the years.
Well hung pack is what they said. And I thought, sounds good. So anyway, then I picked this up. This is Sam Adams Octoberfest, which is the seasonal, Oktoberfest. And this is a malty, hearty and smooth Marzen. Your Marzen is the sweet malty, traditional Oktoberfest sort of
hops.
Well, I don't know what hops are in here. It doesn't even say, but the hops would be subdued. There probably is some.
Well, let's try it.
It's 16 IBUs on the International Bitterness Unit scale. 5.3% alcohol by volume. What do you think?
Yeah, it has a bit of a kick. The Pitchfork, if you compare the two of them, this one definitely had much more of a kick.
This almost has a little smoky flavor,
right, flavor. That is correct. You know what's interesting about that? What's interesting about your hard cider and your beer? Hard cider, you don't really feel anything about it. It goes down very smooth.
You don't feel romantic about it? I don't know. What are you trying to say?
Well, it goes down smooth.
Smooth.
And then about 10 minutes later, you're like, ooh.
Oh, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
And
so therefore you don't think about it too much.
It tastes like a sweet champagne, and almost too sweet champagne in a way. Like
right,
it's got that kind of, mead can have kind of a, almost like an oversweet taste to it sometimes.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
But, anybody who wants to advertise, it seems to me that a show like this with
so many viewers, resources.
It should
probably
drop us a line.
Call us up a good deal. Call us up or email us.
Or just send us some money and send us one of your things, and we'll know what to do. You don't have to get specific.
How about this? Different expressions from around the world. Ring me up.
Ring me up?
Yeah.
Ring me up, Scotty?
No, that's beat me up.
Ring what up?
Well, if you were over in across the pond, as they say, and you wanted to get a hold of somebody, what you do, you ring them up. Now it's like, just email me.
Contact me digitally at your most convenient form of digital communication method.
Yeah, I wonder if they still use ring me up, or has it gone to email me or digitally get in touch with me, or how about talk? Have you heard about that?
Well, Tim.
Oh, that's just so foreign.
What if the person is too far away for that person to hear them? You can't, what do you want them to do, yell out the window?
Hello? Yeah.
Or do you want them to make an arcane voice phone call?
Yeah.
You know, what a waste of time.
Hey, what about 2 cans with a piece of string attaches? I remember doing that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that was great. Because then you could hear it. You're like, wait a minute.
If you're born back in the 60s, that's in the last century for some of you younger viewers, there wasn't a hell of a lot to do. There was nothing, there was almost nothing push button around to play with, really.
But you had to use your own initiative.
Which involved no push button stuff, is what I mean. So tin cans and a wire, hey, you got yourself an advanced communication system right there.
It works.
Well, it does work if you hold them tight.
Yeah.
And you yell into the cans so loud, the other person can hear you anyway. But yeah, you can kind of hear it in there.
You can hear it.
I wonder if kids ever sit around and wonder, like, man, what did people do back then? What did kids back in the 60s or 70s do for fun, you know?
What if people, not the 60s or 70s, what if the 40s, the 30s?
Well, I wondered that. I used to wonder that. Geez, what did my parents do for fun before toys? I mean, when they were in the Depression,
swing
they
sets.
Didn't have any toys.
Swing sets.
They were lucky to have a swing set. You know, that was your fun right there.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, they're always doing these weird reality TV shows. I just got the greatest idea for a reality TV show. A show where they take kids, you know, from today's time, and they put them in some kind of restricted environment. And they kind of like pretend they've gone back in time.
They have to
30 years.
They have to do something.
No smartphones, no computers, no internet.
It's got to come out of here.
They have radios. They have board games, and they have the stick they find on the ground that they can play with. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And see whoever lasts the longest wins some kind of prize.
Right.
Without freaking out, in other words.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be people running to the exit. I can't stand it.
Funny, and even for you and I. What would happen if we had to live like our parents? Well, here's the interesting part.
Probably end up drinking more.
No,
I'd like to thank Sam Adams for
sponsoring the show tonight.
Just not for anything, really. Just allowing us to buy some of their beer. Obviously, they should have given it to us for free, but they didn't. So, you know, whatever. I mean, you know.
That's right.
So here we are with our spooky Halloween background. Happy Halloween, everybody, I'm going to say.
Well, it is Halloween anyway.
Well, it's obviously at the end of the month on the 31st. You don't know when the hell Halloween is?
You know that.
You don't know what day Halloween... Are you telling me you don't know what fucking day Halloween is on?
I think it's the 23rd.
23rd?